name is Rene Negrete. I'm the Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Inglewood Park Cemetery. Inglewood Park Cemetery is a not-for-profit cemetery provider in Inglewood, California. We have been in the community since 1905, and we are a provider of not just cemetery properties, but also funeral and cremation options for our families. Our industry is, I believe, misunderstood in that typically most people think, gosh, a cemetery, they think of the old tombstones, and they think of a scary place. In my experience over the last almost 13 years working in this industry, and now being a part of Inglewood Park Cemetery, I'll tell you that there are many opportunities for not just young professionals, but folks like myself, for example, that took a different career turn about a dozen years ago. And when I say cemetery, that includes a whole host of opportunities. I mean, we have not just sales personnel here on site, but we have marketing, we have accounting, we have business personnel. It is quite an operation. That can vary, of course, like anything, but we typically have we have two primary roles, one being an inside role, if you will, and another being an outside sales role. Now, the inside sales role is what we call a family service counselor. And what that person does, their primary responsibility is, number one, meeting with families when they've lost a loved one and helping them make arrangements to purchase cemetery property. Cemetery property is not just a cemetery grave or space or a plot. It can mean mausoleum crypt. It can mean cremation options. They also help families pre-plan and pre-arrange for the future. And that's something that we hold very near and dear, because we really would like for most families to plan ahead so that when that time does happen, everything is taken care of. And there's certainly, we can't take away the pain for family members losing a loved one, but the process can be that much simpler for them. And then the other type of role is what we would consider an outside sales role, or our community service counselors. That role is unique in that typically that personnel, our staff members, spend the majority of their time prospecting, meeting with families, and talking solely about pre-planning and creating pre-arrangements. That is typically a role where that's outside of the office. Most folks either work from home or they're working out in the field. Very flexible schedule. They typically draft their own agenda for the day. So it requires a lot of self-discipline, organization, and certainly the flexibility to be able to meet with families wherever they are. What I look for and our team looks for is an eagerness to learn, somebody that's a team player. Soft skills are essential. As you can imagine, the topic of death can be difficult for anybody. But what we try to do is we try to make it so that when we meet with families, we present their options in a compassionate and empathetic manner to be able to take care of their needs. So I believe that really the most significant trait would be just somebody that's genuine and is willing to, meet families, meet them halfway. Well, I think it helps tremendously if a student is involved with the Sales Leadership Center. In my on-off involvement over the last 4 or 5 years, I believe it is, I've seen what the program has done for students, and I'm very impressed with the program and with the students that graduate and are part of the program. I see leadership traits. I see just those soft skills that I mentioned earlier. The ability to build rapport, the ability to communicate with others, being able to work in a team. And I think that any student that's a part of the Sales Leadership Center has a leg up on any other person, whether or not they're a business major or communications major or whatnot. I truly believe that it's an advantage. No, most of our sales personnel are not business majors. We have a wide gambit of majors. We actually have a couple folks that were attorneys in their past, accountants. We've had folks that have been programmers, have worked in IT, retired former basketball player, professional basketball player, some former professional athletes. Thankfully, I think for sales, there isn't a particular major that would define success in this field. Again, being involved in a couple of competitions and seeing that firsthand, I recall that some of the participants, and I recall, matter of fact, my previous employer, we awarded a couple of scholarships. I recall one of the students who was not a business major, wasn't necessarily looking for a career in sales, but got involved with the program. And I recall she competed, and I recall meeting her before the sales competition at a job fair, and then discussing after the sales competition and after we had awarded the scholarship. I could just see the growth in her. I mean, she had this tremendous growth, this personal development that I could see. I certainly feel confident that she graduated, went into her career with this personal development, personal growth that she might not have obtained if she hadn't been involved with the competition. Just because a team doesn't win doesn't mean that that person is not a good candidate. Matter of fact, I saw folks that were amazing. I mean, they just had tremendous potential. And as an employer, and I speaking to other employers, I think we were all chomping at the bit, saying, "Wow, these folks would just be tremendous teammates for us at our companies." Well, first and foremost, I think going to our website would be step number one. We've recently revamped our careers site, and we have all of our opportunities listed on the site. And then second, learning about our company, learning about our industry, and thirdly, applying. And certainly, I would welcome an email, or I would welcome a phone call to answer any questions. The interview process is typically a two-step process, generally a Zoom interview with the department head. In the sales and marketing arena, that would be me, and then a face-to-face interview. And typically that second interview requires a little bit of homework, a little bit of preparation. And so lately we've been interviewing marketing coordinator candidates. So for the second interview, we've asked folks to prepare a brief presentation explaining what they would do if they were running the marketing strategy. Now, there aren't any right or wrong answers, but and frankly, what we're looking for is just the candidate's ability to be able to present their ideas. And again, we understand that they may not have a wide swath of experience, but what we're looking for is just creativity. We're looking for that ability to present and sell their ideas. I use LinkedIn every single day, and matter of fact, I'm constantly searching for talent. I know that sometimes folks may not update their LinkedIn profile, and they may not say, "Hey, I'm looking for a new opportunity." What I do is I actually have a premium account. I look for folks in other industries, especially when we have roles to fill, and I reach out and I'll send a message saying, "Hey, how are you doing? I saw your background. I'd love to chat with you." So I think it's important to have an updated LinkedIn account. It is important to have a professional photo. Having those types of things updated, current, and I think it's okay. I really strongly encourage anybody to update it with their accomplishments. The sales industry, again, I believe may be misconstrued. Typically, students may balk at the idea of a sales career. A sales career offers an opportunity to learn about business, marketing, profit and loss statements, and I think most importantly, essential soft skills. And the ability to build rapport with others, the ability to work in the team environment. Sales provides folks with an opportunity to just learn and grow and develop. Currently, we only have opportunities in Southern California. again, I would just say that I'm a big fan of the Sales Leadership Center, and I know that there are only maybe 25, 30 programs in the country that offer any type of opportunity to learn about sales. But in my experience and with the Sales Leadership Center, I think that this program is unique. I think it offers great practical learnings and really equips students for the future. So I just couldn't be any prouder to be associated with the program.